All right, so these next few lessons, we are going to continue working with the arrow method, otherwise known as the arrow way. And that is just going to really help our number sense before we get into that standard algorithm with the borrowing and regrouping and whatnot. So I am going to walk you through a few more problems using the arrow method because it just helps our mental math, okay? So the first one that we have is 430, and it's take away 200. So when we think about that arrow way, we start with 430, okay? And I think we can, honestly, we can see in our brains, we can take away, we have our arrow here. If we took away 200, okay, if you see, what's changing? The only thing that is changing is the hundreds. So we have 4 hundreds, and we're taking away 2 of those hundreds, which is going to give us 2 hundreds left. But did we mess with the tens or the ones? No, so it's still gonna be 30 at the end. So it's going to be 230. Did I take away 200 like it asks? Yeah. So my answer is 230. Okay? So as we start doing these, we don't have to take away 100, take away 100, take away. You can start taking away 200 and the solid landmark numbers. Just look at what it's asking. Okay? If you're only taking away 200, well, just look at the hundreds place, okay? Now, here's where it starts to get a little bit tricky. If we started with that same number, so here we go, we'll do one more. So 430, but instead of subtracting 200, it asks to take away 230. So if I have 230 here, we're gonna start it off the same way, okay? So if we have 430 and here's our arrow method, and let's take away 200. That's an easy landmark number, because again, we know that we're just messing with the hundreds place. So that's 4 take away 2, which is gonna leave us with 200. And did we take away any tens or ones? No, so we're gonna put that 230 there. But did we take away 230? We didn't take away that 30 part. Okay, so we still have to do that. So we took away the 200. Now we have to take away the 30. So if I have 230 and we take away 30, what's left? Well, just 200. Because did I take away any hundreds? Nope, so that stays the same. That stays the same. But did I take away the tens? I did. I took away 30. So that brings it to 200, which 430 minus 230 equals 200. Okay, and you can double check that by how many you took away. You said it's minus 200, minus 30. So those two together make 230. Okay, and then we'll do one more using the arrow way, and then I'll have you practice a set by yourself. Okay, here we go. So instead, we're gonna take it a step further. So instead of 430 take away 230, we're gonna take away 240. Now I know parents, you're thinking, well, they can just borrow that. They can use that standard algorithm. Well, yes, they can, but it's also good to have that number sense, to have your child be able to mentally break it down in their brains instead of having to write it down. So this is just the start of it, which I know sometimes it is difficult to train your brains like that. But if the more we practice, the more we get used to it. Okay, so I strongly encourage you to continue practicing that arrow method. So we have 430 and we're taking away 240. Okay, so let's start out the same way. Okay, we have 430 And our arrow method, we're taking away, let's take away 200. That's an easy number, right? We're only messing with the hundreds place. So here I underline, here's the hundreds place on the 400 and the 200. 4 take away 2. Easy peasy 2. So we have 230, right? Because we did not mess with the tens or the ones, okay? So we have 230. We only took away 200. Now, we need this part. We need to take away 40. Well, if you have 230, okay, and let's just keep it simple. Let's take away 30. If we take away 30, like we did in the last one, we know that our answer is going to be 200. But are we done yet? No, because we only did 230. We're supposed to take away 240, which means that we need to take away how many more? If you took away 230, but we need to take away 240, that's a difference of 10. So we need to take away 10 to get our final answer. Well, what's 200 take away 10? Now you might have to count back by 10 to get your answer. So that's going to be, so you've got 200, you take away 10, it's going to be 190. Okay, 190, I didn't think you could see that. Okay, and you can double check your work by, we have 200, 30, and 10. So you know that 30 and 10 make 40, and 40 and 200 take away 240, okay? So our final answer, 430 take away 240 equals 190. Again, I know that it's gonna take some extra practice, but once you get the hang of it, in your brain, you're training your brain to have good number sense, okay? Not creating something where you have got to always do the standard algorithm, okay? So I'm going to put a few problems on this board. I'm going to put 3 more problems up. I will also list them on the learning plan, but I will put them up here, and then you can pause the video and you can work them out yourself, either on a piece of paper, a dry erase, a chalkboard, whatever you have available. Alrighty? So the next 3 that we are going to do using the arrow method would be, all right, you ready? Here we go. These are a little bit trickier, but not too bad. Okay, so we have 570 take away 300. Okay, that's our first one. Our second one is 570 take away 370. And our last one is going to be 570 take away 390. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3 problems that I want you to try using the arrow method, the arrow way, and you can send them via Remind through to my cell phone, anything that works best for you. Okay, we will have a few more lessons with arrow method, and then I promise we are going to get back into that standard algorithm. All right, bye guys.